everybody? My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to Nobody's Listening. Speaking of which, happy Black Friday's Eve. By the time you see this, it'll be Thursday. Wonderful holiday to celebrate and punch children for towels.
It's 90% off.
Yeah, because they're 90% off, right? I mean, everybody does it. So, as you guys will already know, you may have noticed down below that we are JAK, and we have got one heck of a show for you guys. But first, let me introduce my crew, and let's see if they know their own names. So, doing the audio is
Alex Fatman Gregory,
and doing the video,
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
and just keep in mind together, he's fat, I'm dumb, and he's old, and we have got one hell of a show. Flex on him. I need to start the timer.
Right.
Good job, Kyle. Professional. Very professional, Kyle. So let's talk about our first subject. I'm very excited. So much fun. Pikachu. So if you haven't guessed the reference of what we're going to talk about, because it is down below, we are actually going to talk about Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Now, I know that Alex is a huge fan of Pokemon.
just because the hat I wear every week that we shoot is
Every
a
episode.
Pikachu cap. This is the same cap I've worn since episode 1.
And
Same one.
your son as well, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, he goes through phases, but he still has his binder full of Pokemon cards, and I believe they still play them some, but he goes through these phases up and down.
Yeah.
So maybe after he sees this movie, it'll renew his interest in it.
Well, it's definitely renewed mine. Actually, this movie is going to be part of a spin-off game known as Detective Pikachu, if you haven't guessed. A smart alecky, coffee-drinking Pikachu, basically, who is a detective. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Their expected due date is actually going to be May 10th, 2019, and the cast looks pretty sweet.
Okay.
The cast actually takes Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, so we actually get the the Pika pool that we've all wanted.
Yeah, I actually have a Pika pool in our
Oh, really?
crawl,
Yeah.
in our image slider.
But, I mean, there are other people, obviously, but Ryan Reynolds just... I want to know how he went from the Merc with a mouth to Pikachu. Where's the transition? Because, I mean, Deadpool 2 just came out, and now you've got him jumping into the Pokemon bandwagon.
Well, not only did Deadpool 2 just come out, but they're also re-releasing Deadpool 2 in a, PG-13 format?
I don't know.
Yeah,
in December.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, how do you go from what is your acting motivation?
Yeah.
F and F.
Yeah, basically a bunch of bleeps to I'm going to put my...
Yeah, I'm just going to stand by something I've said for years. You can't tell me Pikachu ain't been cussing all these years. And them
Cussing
saying
him
him saying his name is their way of bleeping it instead of, F is fast. Pikachu!
Well, I mean...
especially when he's angry.
Yeah.
Pikachu!
Well, I mean, it's all the Pokemon do that. Actually,
Yeah.
now that I think about it, because
They all
Bulbasaur
got
goes
bad mouths.
Bulba, and then you have Cubone, Cubone.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, and
That sounds almost like a pun in itself.
but the cast is not just Ryan Reynolds. We actually are going to have Justice Smith. Now, you may know Justice Smith from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie. He was the little geeky kid that was always in the background who, for some reason, knew how to open the doors with a computer but couldn't open the last one. I don't know. It was very confusing. That never made any sense to me on that scene.
Lazy writing.
Or why did it take him so long to find the ladder?
Yeah, why? It's right there. How did you not notice that? Because when I enter a room, the first thing I look for is all the exits. But that's just me. I'm paranoid. And also, another person who has very much confused me, and still does, is Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Not the science guy. We actually have Bill Nye, the guy who played Victor in Underworld, and the stepdad in Shaun of the Dead. He's worked a lot with Simon
What?
Pegg.
So it's
Wait, the a-hole that you want to die from the get-go.
At first, yeah.
The one that when they finally have to beat his brains in, it's like, oh, it's such a shame. We're going to have to club you to death now.
So
sorry.
You've got red on you.
You've got red on you. So it's Bill Nye the Zombie Guy.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I mean, they haven't stated what role Bill Nye is actually going to play in the film.
He's probably going to play the antagonist.
Or be the bad guy.
Or he could play a Pokemon. I mean, it is a world full of Pokemon monsters. There's no telling.
He would be great for Mewtwo.
I wonder if they're actually going to bring that Pokemon in.
I don't know. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I saw the scene with Charizard,
yes,
that looked epic.
Yes.
But now some of them I saw look kind of creepy in the real life look.
Actually, there is a rumor going around. I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me. But supposedly, the guy who did the real life Pokemon art before this film was even really talked about.
Talking about the real good art?
Yeah, the really good ones.
Yeah, the true to life.
Yeah, the true to life ones.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, supposedly, they grabbed this guy and was like, "Hey, can you do that again? Only a little more towards our angle of the actual shows and the games and all that we are used to having." And supposedly he agreed and actually did this. So
kind of do it true to life.
It's a rumor, but it's a cool rumor if it is true.
So do it true to life, but lean more towards our art style.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to know.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan. I used to beat people up because they like Pokemon.
You should be ashamed of
yourself.
yourself.
I didn't. I'm a nerd, but I look a little jockish.
A little.
But no, I really don't know what they're basing this on. Is this like an original story? Was there a game?
There is supposedly a manga and a spin-off game. Now, I've never seen either one of these, so I'm going to go ahead and toss my hands up.
I've seen the photos and
and I've heard the reference.
The manga, but that's it.
Supposedly, he's a smart mouth, coffee drinking Pikachu who happens to want to be or is a detective. I can't remember which one.
I think he was a detective.
But basically, from what I have heard of the story, is he is wanting to be a detective and he tries to team up with the son of his old partner.
Okay.
Which is it played by Justice Smith, who plays Tim Goodman.
Okay, so is it in the main
not in the main
continuity?
Story. This is kind of like a spin-off.
Or is it like a Elseworlds type story, like alternate timeline type story?
Not an alternate timeline. It's in the same timeline. It's just it takes place supposedly years later after Red. Is what I'm assuming, because they do actually show the second generation in the trailer. So
it's canon to the Pokemon stories.
Yeah, it's there. All that stuff happened.
Not too close.
No, on the mic, little bug crawling around.
Oh,
the problem with living in the South and it getting cold out, the bugs come in.
Yeah, they try.
Where did it go?
It doesn't matter. Move forward.
It was a cameo.
Yeah, he made a special appearance. But the director of it is actually Rob Letterman. Now, he is known for doing the 2015 Goosebumps, Gulliver's Travels back in 2010, Monsters vs. Aliens back in 2009, and Shark Tales back in 2004. So, I mean, he's got a little bit of reputation. I'm curious to see how he's going to do this.
And it sounds like mostly comedy too, which...
Yeah. Well, my real question is, and I have never seen the spin-off game or supposedly manga. All I know is that supposedly Pikachu talks. How? That's what I want to know. Somebody said there's an involvement with Psyduck at some point, but I don't...
one of the better parts of the trailer to me was him talking to the kid and going... You're the only one that can understand me. Watch this. Looks at the couple. Pika, Pika, Pikachu. And they're like, of course we understand him. Pika, Pika. And he just looks at him like, I told you.
My absolute favorite had to be, oh my God, you understood me.
So it is in the Pokemon universe.
It does take place in the Pokemon universe. Okay. It's just how does he talk? I don't.
So it's not
understand
like the Smurfs. Then he comes from another dimension.
Yeah. No, this is not the same thing.
Well,
that makes it even better, I think.
Now you do have the old cartoon series. A lot of people forget Meowth taught himself how to speak human.
True.
As he said, it's speak human.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions that are left unanswered with the trailer being released. especially at this time period. There may be another trailer by the time you see it. Who knows?
It does still look epic, though.
It looks good. I'm impressed with the CGI because it brings what I think we all pictured if you were a Pokemon fan, what we thought it would look like if the monsters were real.
Mm-hmm.
You want to catch your absolute favorite Pokemon. Oh, here's a good question. If you could pick a starter from the originals, the original 3, who was it?
I started with Pokemon Yellow, dude. I started with Pikachu.
Ooh, okay. Honestly,
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Well, you have Bulbasaur, which is leaf. You have Squirtle, which is water, and then you have Charmander.
Oh, you're talking about
fire.
what types?
Well, it's not the type.
The original 3 you would get when you started the game.
When you actually started the game, they gave you your first Pokemon for free.
Okay.
Now, see, when I did eventually play Red and Blue, I'd always go Charmander.
Same here.
So I like Charmander, Bulbasaur,
and Squirtle.
And Squirtle.
I loved all of them.
I just, because Squirtle's just fun to say.
Well, it's not like that, but he turns into a pretty cool Pokemon. He goes from War Turtle to Blastoise.
What was the little fish that you needed 1,000 of them to evolve?
Magikarp.
Magikarp. Oh.
The most useless Pokemon.
Only thing it used is Splash, and it did 0 damage.
You got him moist.
Oh, congratulations. Now, there was
Or you splash
rumor,
and the attack misses.
There was a rumor actually going around, and IMDb actually said this themselves, so this is pretty cool. I hope it's true. But it's supposedly when they first started doing talks about this, the original voice of Pikachu was supposed to be Danny DeVito.
The penguin.
A short, angry
And apparently, that's where the memes
Short, angry, and hairy.
the DeVito Pikachu came from.
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out where that came from. I thought just somebody drunk, high, or something to that nature was going.
These things are funny when
These
I'm
things are
inebriated.
funny when you put them together. And that's
I have
kind
a pen. I have a pineapple.
of no,
Oh, dear
no.
God.
Let it die. Just let it die.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot here that I can see maybe making a whole new kind of trilogy thing going on or something. I mean, there's a lot they could do with this.
Yeah.
I mean, they do this first movie and then they can continue it, because it's a detective, so it can go case to case to case and be a little different every time.
Yeah.
And
Let's hope that they don't do what the Hollywood is notorious for doing when they base any movie off of a popular video game or anime.
Yeah.
And you know what that is?
kill it
They screw it up.
every time. I mean,
Here you are, killing
Well,
it
now
with
they
a
are
baseball
getting
bat.
better about not doing that.
Well, they try to step away so much from the source material,
yeah.
and it's like source material is fine.
Well, now in the trailer, they did talk about he didn't go on the Pokemon journey that the other kids went. At least they did point that out, that he never wanted to do it.
right.
Yeah, and
So at least they are making, I mean, think about it, it's Pokemon, the basic source material for the story.
It's all about animal fighting.
it is not.
Yeah, well,
That was I hated that.
I remember
argument.
that controversy.
That was so terrible. and then Hillary, you know what? No, don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Save the political and
yeah, we'll
rant.
save that for another rant. But no, I mean, all in all, just what we know right now, I'm impressed. The CGI looks decent, but you got to imagine they're basically turning a cartoon to live action is not easy, and keeping it as close as possible, it has to look a little cartoony.
They'll
True.
probably further clean it up when it's closer
Yeah,
to release,
probably.
and they probably got this is good enough for the trailer.
Yeah, maybe.
Was it actually an official trailer or a teaser trailer, though?
It was a trailer,
yeah,
wasn't it?
I think it was a teaser trailer, actually.
If it would have been
It was
like
a teaser that showed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was like a really good long teaser trailer, then they probably got a lot cleaned up to. If it was the official trailer, it might have a little more cleanup, but
Maybe.
Not much.
still looked pretty good though for the scenes we saw.
I mean,
Yeah.
Charizard looked awesome. The
Yes.
Bulbasaur's hurting look awesome. And I love somebody actually made a GIF with sounds, and they were like, they do move in herds. and it shows them, kind of walking with a da-na-na-na-na. I mean,
They are pack animals.
They are pack animals. Jigglypuff looked really cool. The scene with Mr.
Jigglypuff-
Mime was funny.
Jigglypuff looked mad.
Oh, God. Somebody fell asleep listening to him sing.
I hope that's the case.
I really do.
Look, I swear, if they have the Jigglypuff song real quick in there and both of them fall asleep and you have the drawing on the face, that will make that moment for Jigglypuff.
Well, tell me something. Kirby, is he a Pokemon,
No.
or was he like an early concept
No.
before they went to Pokemon?
No.
Okay, because they were both Nintendo.
No.
Okay.
No, Kirby.
I look at Kirby and I'm like, that seems like a Pokemon.
I mean, I could see the
because
the
I used to,
connection.
I would
Is
confuse.
Jigglypuff and Kirby kin?
That's what I was about to say. It's
Yeah.
like, was
Ooh.
one influence the other?
That's a real good question. No, I mean, what kind of Easter eggs do you feel they should throw in there?
A crap ton of Easter eggs I will not catch or understand.
So you're out of this argument. But, I mean, you played like I did.
Well, I mean, of course, the opening scene where, we already see if they leave it in there, one of the big Easter eggs, I didn't go on my Pokemon journey. If you actually talk about the gyms, the different towns,
Yeah.
I don't even know what region this is based in, because you realize this Pokemon has went on.
Yeah, I know. I think it's
It
one
was
of the
like
newer
Kanto,
regions.
Johto.
Shoto, Froto,
There's
Moto,
so many now that I've lost track.
Moho.
Oh,
There's a Doctor Who reference there.
Because the last one I actually got to play was Pokemon Black and White.
do you hear the drums? No,
Back when Doctor Who was good.
honestly, I hope they throw one of my absolute favorites in there, which was Cubone. I fell in love with Cubone. I thought Cubone was awesome.
Hubert would make a perfect Pokemon.
That was random.
Your geek card has been revoked, sir. It has been revoked.
Tell me Hubert would not fit in the Pokemon universe.
Well, so would Kirby, but I mean,
Well, I mean, all you need to do is breed a Jigglypuff and a Ditto, and boom, there you got Kirby.
I. That's
You just thought
not
about
a
that.
bad idea, actually.
There's your duplication
And just call him Kirby. Do you think they're gonna have the nicknames?
I don't know.
They're gonna call him Steve. Something like that.
I hope not.
There
I hope
isn't
they
a
just
per-
stick to their name. Now, certain ones, I could see them giving them the name.
Like the detective himself.
Yeah.
I love the Mr. Mime you can
Yeah.
shove it scene in the trailer. That was
Yeah.
that was glorious.
Look at that
okay.
image right there.
I can be
Yeah.
a bad cop.
That doesn't. I'm gonna be the bad cop. We're
I
not good cop, bad cop.
and then he like runs into nothing, and it's like Mr. Mime really hasn't been faking the whole time.
Which that
There
makes
really
me
is
hopeful
something
that they're
there.
gonna actually show off their abilities.
Yeah.
Not just the Pokemon are there, but you see the Charmander Flame, you see Mr. Mime. I can't think of any other instance in the trailer that they actually showed off their abilities, did they?
Not really. It was mainly them walking around or talking, and maybe
Yeah.
a couple of jumps or something. But that was about it.
I swear,
So-
Pikachu gets up there. I'm gonna thunderbolt you.
I will electrocute you.
Yeah.
But it is time to move on to the next story, which
I'm throwing the next one.
I don't have a next one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But we do have a fun one.
Oh
and
yes.
James does
Does
know
not
about
know.
this.
Oh God.
There you go.
So apparently, and I'm going to go ahead and put a warning here. If you have small children, plug the ears. Usually we wouldn't do something like this, but it was just too
We're
funny.
gonna try to keep it as clean as we can, but it's gonna be hard.
But it might blow a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to make jokes right here, right now. So apparently, back in November
I don't even have
7th,
a card for this.
You
Go
don't-
ahead.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a card for this one. So back in November 7th and 9th, which was for us last week. Apparently Pornhub in a small town. Yes, he already is laughing.
Oh God.
Pornhub in a small town in New York said that they would come and blow your leaves for free. And they tweeted about it.
Yes.
And the tweet goes as follows. Pornhub wants to blow you for free.
Send me that so I can
Yes,
put that
we
in,
are.
in post.
Well, you're on, actually. If you live in Dutchess County, New York, email blows@pornhub.com with your contact info, proof of address, and we'll blow you leaves off your lawn November 7th through 9th. Space is limited.
I was just
When
randomly.
Alex,
I was randomly just looking for something as a middle filler for today, and I was like, dude, I'm sending this to you. I'm not even going to, like, I sent it to him. I told him, I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Just read it, and I want you to be on the phone where I can hear your reaction.
and as soon as he sent me the article, I read the word Pornhub at the beginning. I was like, he did not just send me something dirty to put on the show. And then when I actually read the article, I was laughing so hard I had tears in my eyes.
Look, I still remember mine. What the? And then a few seconds later, I heard you just break down laughing.
The fact that we're doing a segment for Pornhub is just funny in itself, and he has to put it in the tags now. So he literally has to put
crap!
Pornhub.
Our views will go sky
It
high.
will skyrocket. But it's not even that aspect. It was just too funny not to mention. I mean, could you imagine?
It's nerd, but it's not nerd. It is a website,
It's
kind of is nerd.
It's computery.
It's plenty of nerds use the website.
I like it. Just go on there and go
once in your life.
Click, 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 click.
But I mean, this was just too funny. Who sat around? I mean, Pornhub is slowly starting to become notorious for this.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, the April Fool's joke was my favorite. Yeah. And that was when you clicked on a video, it would pop up and say, thank you for sharing on Facebook. And it was like,
that was year before last. This year it was, we get you horny. And like their whole site was Hornhub. And all their videos were like musical instruments being played on the main page. It was like, what?
I mean, Pornhub is notorious for doing these kind of little jokes.
That's the one.
I don't frequent the site myself. I really don't.
You know,
the one day of the year I get on just to see what they did is April Fool's, because they do something every year,
and it's always funny. Yes. It's worth clicking on a naughty video. And then,
it's like, what the world?
You want to click a naughty video just to see what they're going to pull this year. I'm actually excited because April's not too far off.
Yeah.
So that means another prank is going to come out.
Yes.
My absolute favorite was the Facebook one. It was like, thank you for sharing on Facebook. And it's like, oh my God. And you're like checking your Facebook to get rid of it.
Grandma's going to see it. She don't need a heart attack. Stop.
So you do you get on to get off?
No.
Moving on. No, I mean, they tweeted about it. It was hysterical, and apparently it was real. This wasn't just a joke. They really did go out and blow people's leaves. So they actually provided a real service that wasn't a service for you.
Well, it was
a service
for your yard.
I was stretching for a joke, but
they still blew.
They still blew. So, I mean, it's a good thing. This is how you make yourself relevant.
Those reactions down there.
Damn.
He's like, I can't even do this with a straight face. I'm a little nervous about doing this one just because, but I mean,
he's like, my wife's gonna kill me.
No. I'm just thinking of Pornhub's new tagline, if it's not one already.
I mean, they clearly stated in the tweet that was actually the.
No, it's Pornhub. Get on and get off.
I mean, my absolute
t-shirts
was
right
the
there.
way that they started the tweet was Pornhub wants to blow you for free.
I want a Pornhub T-shirt.
Really?
Yeah, and just
to wear it out
just to
in public?
wear it somewhere.
Pornhub actor in training.
A foot. P-H-U-T I-T. A fit. Pornhub actor in training. Fat. P-H-A-T.
I don't know. Do you think this was hysterical and also kind of cool at the same time? I mean, they kind of went way away what they usually do.
I mean, it's showing more how pornography is more culturally accepted in Western society now.
It really is.
When they are doing that and making because Pornhub, that was just like your dirty little secret.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It used to be.
Yeah. Now it's
so commonly
Hey, neighbor, who's out there doing your yard work? Oh,
Pornhub.
that's Pornhub.
How do you explain that?
Honestly, I'd be like, dude, I'm one of their best subscribers, apparently. I'd have to roll with something like that to throw a neighbor off.
Just like, yeah, apparently I was their winner for the lottery pool. It's like, oh, great. I'd love to sign up. What is it? Oh, it's Pornhub. It's Pornhub.
Most hours viewed this week.
Apparently I had the strongest forearms. And I have a great grip.
Popeye
Spinach is not the only thing that makes your forearms big. Exercises.
Yes, vigorous exercise. Oh my God.
We can never show this.
This
to
should
the
have been
children.
on the other show.
It's still funny. Do you know how hard it was for us to work on that last night
And
and
not
not
tell
say
you?
anything? Like I had it every now and again just kind of pop in the back of my mind, and I'm going.
I know.
Especially when the other show is supposed to be a little more edgy.
Yeah. And this one is supposed to be the clean one, but we're sorry. We had to.
Yeah.
We got
Sorry
in
if
the
we
mud a
upset
little bit.
anybody, but it was just too
It
funny.
was
not
hilarious.
to. And that's what, I mean, we, in a sense, are entertainers, so we entertained you, just not the way Pornhub did. I think it's time to move on to the last bit of stuff. Now, like we said earlier, happy Black Friday's Eve. Actually, I wanted to talk about
Because apparently nobody remembers Thanksgiving anymore.
well, I mean,
Very
it's a very
little.
old holiday.
I remember when they started doing Black Friday sales on Thursday nights. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
That actually
Because
irritated
for
me.
years and years, it was like family time, then you go get your good deals.
Yeah.
And now
like,
it's
doors open at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Actually, that
The
was
one
back during
time a
the
year
Capitol
when-
They
incident,
used to
wasn't
sit around and worship the turkey, and they would watch it's called foosball. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but they would
play it with
actually
a dog
throw the
skin.
dog
That
skin.
fool's
Yeah,
ball?
yeah, they play it with dog
they
skins.
played it with dog skins,
And they worship
And it was-
the great turkey.
it was guys in helmets and tights. Not quite like this thing called wrestling where they, guys with no pants, they wrestle over a belt.
All greased up.
All greased up.
These guys fight over a ball, over
Yeah.
dog balls.
Dog balls.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's such an old holiday. I doubt you guys even remember. I mean, Christmas music is already playing, and it's time for us to get presents.
Just because I went looking for Thanksgiving decorations earlier today, and I saw 3 rows of Christmas, and I'm like, it's not even Thanksgiving. Where's the Thanksgiving? I finally cut a corner, and they had 2 shelf units in the store that had a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff.
And what those were are leftover fall decorations.
Yeah, basically. I mean, do you think Thanksgiving is even relevant anymore? I mean, we don't give anymore. We prefer to take in today's society.
We're not happy with what we've got.
Thanksgiving is like, thanks for getting new, cheaper stuff that if you would have waited till the right time, you could have got for the same price.
Yeah.
But now it's the one time of year when average shoppers are indistinguishable from a horde of zombies.
Yeah.
Are punching children in the face for towels.
Yeah.
What is that about, America? Come
I don't
I'm
on.
not gonna lie. I still love to kind of kick back and see if there's, it ain't that bad now because you got a lot of the stuff online.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still remember one year me and y'all two actually were up there like waiting until the next day. What are y'all doing? We're waiting to see how many riots there were.
I worked at Walmart years ago, as you know. I actually had the misfortune of working a Black
I
Friday.
remember that.
It was terrible.
I remember
It
that.
Do
was
you remember?
terrible. And it was the Black Friday in Louisiana right after Katrina. So we were already packed.
Oh God.
After Katrina, they sent us from my store to help out with a Louisiana store that had a bunch of the displaced people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, do you remember? I think it wasn't like maybe 4 or 5 years after we met. Do you remember you, me, and your wife Christina, and you and me had to create a pocket for her to get the
Oh my
the
God.
buggy through. Do you remember that? We were like Spartans. I mean,
And
we
that's
were ready to Spartan
the
kick
woman.
people.
No, you said we were like Spartans. The woman, there was a woman. I don't know. I wouldn't know if she stood in front of me now. But I remember her saying, "This is madness," and instantly I was like, "This is Walmart."
I think the holidays have changed from what we grew up in.
Yeah.
Because we've changed.
Yeah, we have. We really have. I was more comfortable with hanging out with family and friends.
Yeah.
Having a hellacious, amazing meal.
Now you go to Thanksgiving lunch somewhere and they're already planning on going out for Black Friday shopping that evening. It's
I remember my grandmother putting a giant turkey, a giant ham, fresh bread,
and a big thing of dressing.
rolls, biscuits, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole. I mean, my grandmother would go all out. It would cover the table, and all there was space enough to put a plate and a fork.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
that's
those.
how
That's how
used
we
to
had
be.
our spreads.
And now, every single Thanksgiving festival I've been to, especially since my mid-20s anyway, I'm that old.
I'm in my late 30s, so
Yeah. So,
31.
oh God,
37.
we're
so
old guys.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
You're the baby brother. If we all grew up together, you would be the one we would lock in a Foot Locker and push down the hill.
We'll have to save that for a special.
It could be fun. I don't know about my age now. I doubt that would work out great for me. But I mean, it used to be an amazing thing, and you can mess around and joke with the cousins that you haven't seen, and God knows how long. And
The creepy uncles and aunts that horrify you.
yeah, I mean, it was fun. And then they would make Christmas plans. There was did you notice with every family there was always that little segment of, yeah, we're about to go, and then it was another hour or two of planning for Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever have that?
That's an adaptation
Hold
of
up.
the Southern goodbye.
Hold
Yeah.
up. Don't leave yet. We got to draw for Christmas.
Yeah, something to that nature. I kind of miss those days.
Yeah.
I miss the days of us being able to have really.
Well, now it
amazing-
falls on us.
Yeah, it
now it
does.
falls on us because we've got our own families now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now it falls on us. So it's not
So-
as fun as it used to be.
because you get up at like 3 or 4 a.m. to
You have
get
family
started on
members
everything.
coming over that you see all the time anyway.
and you don't want to
Yeah.
see them anymore. It's like, I can't wait for you to be gone.
I can't wait for you to leave.
I forgot how much of a butt this person was.
And then you got to deal with the yelling kids. I mean, everything has completely changed just because we're older. It's up to
We're
us.
the old people now.
Yeah, it's up to us to bring the thanks back in Thanksgiving
Yeah.
and not Black Friday's Eve, because that's
Yeah.
kind of how it feels now. I know we
Which-
made that joke, but it's
On the
kind
plus
of very
side,
real.
at least a lot of it is going digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
one of the things I was noticing was GameStop. Theirs actually starts, I think, this Saturday or Sunday.
Well,
for
Amazon
a
always
week.
has
Yeah.
Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Or not just Amazon, but a lot of online
Yeah.
doesn't have Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
But a lot of the online sites are extending it to where you have like this whole week
yeah.
to get your savings in.
Yeah.
And so in a way, in my way of thinking, the internet is now starting to save Thanksgiving in a way. Because
Yeah.
people don't have to rush out to get that new 52-inch TV for $300.
I was going to say $32. I'm down.
No. They've got 40s going on sale for like $100.
And
Now
the
you can
scary
get the
part
deal
is these two
online
are
and
already
just pick up in the
looking. I
store.
haven't even
Yeah.
bothered. I'm thinking about a turkey and ham.
Oh, I'm looking for that turkey and ham at the same time. That $250 for the PlayStation
You are a
VR,
turkey and
You
a ham.
are
with
a
motion
ham.
controller and everything in a game.
And here's the turkey.
But anyway, what do you think? What was your favorite thing to eat as a kid? Or are you young enough to actually, remember?
Does your family still celebrate a traditional Thanksgiving?
Yeah, or is
If
it
you're
just
stateside.
is it just a meeting to do the Black Friday thing? Also,
Brace yourselves. Human stampedes and riots are coming.
Yes.
do you think that Pornhub kind of stepped out of their game a little bit, and maybe, who knows, maybe
They upped their stock. They
had
to
they
have.
went public with that.
And last
They just-
but not least, Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu. I mean, are you excited about the trailer? Do you really think it's going to be good, or do you
I'm
think
looking
it's going to be a
forward to
big, terrible flop? Let us know in the comments down below, both YouTube and Bitchute. Also, go check us out on Twitter, our individual Twitters, and the JAK Productions
Don't
Twitter.
forget to like, share, and subscribe.
like, share, and subscribe. And we have a Patreon. I've not done a lot with it, but it is there. And if you would like to support us in any way, just contribute something.
Keep in mind you don't have to.
You don't have to, but
But-
if you're feeling generous and would like to,
Yeah.
it helps make this possible. Every bit of this was done out of pocket, and we are still recouping the cost. And we hope
Yeah.
that if you believe in what we're doing,
Because I
if
mean,
you
we're
wanna
going to
help us
continue
out,
anyway. Because this is just
we're going to keep
fun.
going
Yeah.
anyway.
It's fun.
But it's
Yeah.
just going to
Enjoy
get
this.
crappier and crappier.
No,
It just
no.
won't get that much better.
It just won't get much
Get on.
better.
Well, eventually we will hit our peak and we'll have to stop. It just won't be the ultimate growth. Because now,
Oh, no,
right
we're
now,
going to be PewDiePie in
just
10 years.
grow. Just
Yeah,
grow.
look optimistic. We're going to be PewDiePie in 10 years.
Okay.
PewDiePie, we're coming for that throne. You don't have to worry about T-Series. You need to worry about us. Thanks, everybody. I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Femin Gregory.
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
And together we are JAK Productions. You've been watching Nobody's Listening. We love you. Good day. Good
And
night.
have a happy Thanksgiving.
And have a
Happy
happy
Thanksgiving.
not Black Friday's Eve.
That's right. Goodbye.